Hi, bro. Where are we going?
Right now, we are going to interview a billionaire on her yacht up in Fort Lauderdale. So we're about to get some crazy game from a billionaire for you guys. Come on.
All right, let's go.
Here, if you were to get up here. Yeah.
What's your name, bro?
I'm James Dumoulin, the founder of the School of Hard Knocks, and I interview billionaires for a living. I've interviewed like 20 billionaires in the last 3.5 years and built a multi-million-dollar business doing it.
That's crazy. And how long have you been doing this?
4 years, or April will be 4 years.
4 years. Yeah. Consistently.
Consistency is the name of the game. I tell everybody, going virals is like hitting the lottery, but creating consistent content is like investing in your future.
I like it. And what did you originally start doing? What kind of content were you doing at first?
Originally, so I had a channel called Hard Knocks Call of Duty. So I had understood content, I understood the algorithm, because in 2019 I blew up my personal brand on TikTok. But when I started the School of Hard Knocks, it was originally like an esports channel. But then I realized like there's no longevity. You can't build a brand just making like gaming content, right? So then we pivoted to making business content, myself and my two partners, but then pivoted to doing the interviews because nobody wants to get business advice from a couple young 20-year-old kids.
So you were one of the first street interviewers doing that stuff.
One of the first in the game, yeah. We definitely were big pioneers in the niche. Obviously, street interviews have been around for 20 years, forever, right?
Man on the street, yeah.
However, you know, I would say in regards to the social media content, I mean, there were maybe like a couple people doing it before us, but I don't think anybody ever did it like us.
No. And what do you think makes you like stand out? Because obviously there's a lot of people doing the street interviews, myself included. I'm guilty. You know, everyone's doing it. Everyone's asking, what do you do for a living? What made your videos so different than everybody else?
I'm willing to do what everybody else is not willing to do. I will go out of my way for any interview in the most crazy circumstances. For example, Mark Cuban. I just walked up to him. He had a huge security brigade around him in Austin after he was done speaking. And I just went up to him, cold approached him, and interviewed a billionaire, one of the richest guys in the world, just by going up to him. I'm a firm believer in take the risk or lose the chance. So I've gotten into so many rooms, so many doors just by not being afraid to go up to people, right? The worst thing somebody can say is no. But if you don't take that chance, if you don't take that risk, then you're in the exact same place that you were before, even if they say no.
Exactly. And how do you turn that no into a yes?
The way you turn the no into a yes is a couple of things. One, you have unwavering confidence. You establish credibility. You gotta attach yourself to something that's bigger than you. For example, when I go up to people, I tell people I started a channel.
Yeah, I'm a random person right now. Go up to me.
How's it going, man? I started a channel here at the University of Texas. Why do I say University of Texas? Because it's bigger than my name. The problem is people think that, I started this social media channel. Hey, my name is this. I started this channel. They don't know who you are. You gotta attach yourself to either an entity, a corporation, a college, a university that's familiar, that's bigger than your name. So I will say that, hey, I started this channel at the University of Texas. I go all over the world interviewing the most successful business owners, such as Mark Cuban, Shaquille O'Neal, Kendra Scott, Steve Madden, CEO of Nike, CEO of the biggest companies in the world. And right then and there, you establish that credibility. Within a couple seconds, who wouldn't want to say yes to somebody that's interviewing billionaires?
Exactly. But was it harder at first when you didn't have, I guess, Shaq and all those other guys?
It was definitely harder because I wasn't able to leverage that credibility. However, I was extremely hungry. I knew the potential in what we were building, so we didn't stop. So no matter where we went, no matter how many no's I got in a day, I spent hours and hours out on the streets, and not for a year. I mean, we've been doing this for 4 years.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Majority of people that pick up the mic and start doing the interviews, they're in it for maybe a month, and then they're gone. How many people, have you seen come out in Miami? And they got the mic out there. They're gone in 2 months tops.
Exactly.
2 months tops.
What made you so hungry? Like, what kept you going? Like, you're walking around Design District. Like, what kept you going?
I knew from an early age that we were put on this earth to do more than go to school, get a job, pay bills, start a family, and die. So I knew that the only way to actually build an empire was again that relentless, consistent, that discipline, that everything would pay off, right? If you're just continuing to feed stuff to the algorithm over and over and over and over again, eventually something's gonna hit. Being that I had success on my other channel, my personal brand on TikTok that I had built, it was easy to scale and grow this one. I just knew that if I didn't stop, then it would all happen. But I think everything just compounded.
So what's some advice that you would give to someone starting out right now?
Among every billionaire that I've met, money loves speed. You can't procrastinate anymore because procrastination is the assassination of all destinations.
Like, so that's from the ideation to execution, you got to shorten that gap, basically.
Absolutely. Like, there's 7 days a week, and some day is not one of them.
I like that. That's a good one. You got a lot of quotes.
I got endless quotes.
You got so many quotes,
I got
bro.
More.
Give me a favorite quote.
Favorite quote. All right, leave this one on a shelf or write it down because note takers are money makers. But my favorite quote that I think I've ever heard is, man, let me think of a good one right here. Stay small enough, long enough, and you'll be big enough soon enough. And believing that you can is much more profitable than believing that you can't.
Woo! That's fire. That's fire. What about, okay,
you
what's...
like those, Derek?
You probably hear them a lot, right?
They never get old. They never get old.
Okay, that's the what was I gonna say? What's the most expensive thing you've ever purchased?
Real estate. Yeah, I put like $250,000 into real estate. So I would say some real estate. Haven't gone crazy out on anything yet. But then I go back to again what I said about stay small enough, long enough, and you'll be big enough soon enough. My business this past December did $500,000 in profit. Me and my two co-founders, obviously, but a lot of that goes back into the business. Right. What a lot of entrepreneurs, or a lot of people that are starting to make a lot of good money, what they do wrong is that they start to make some good money and they immediately go out and buy that car. They immediately go out and buy that watch, as opposed to us. It's like for this entire last year, we were extremely profitable. The media business, the margins are incredible. But yeah, right now, I mean, this whole year, everything's going to be going into real estate. You know, it's all about that cash flow. Would you rather have a river of money or a pile of money? I'll choose the river of money all day. So I'm buying real estate all year.
What kind of real estate? Anything in particular?
Multifamily and commercial. That's what I've seen. Again, here's the thing. The only shortcut to success in today's world is mentorship. And being that I built so many incredible relationships with billionaires and 8-figure, 9-figure real estate people.
They can help you out.
They give me the game.
Yeah.
I know media. I know organic content. I don't know anything about paid ads. So if I need help with paid ads or marketing, I know 100 different people that are owning 8-9-figure marketing agencies. So I'm going to go to them. If I need to learn about real estate, I'm going to go to the most successful people in real estate. I'm not going to try and figure it out. I'm going to keep doubling down on what I know best, which is content and that. But I'm going to go find the answers for it.
Let me guess, you have some quote about networking.
Networking.
How important?
Well, I'll say this. I will say this. Yeah, people will take you places that money can't.
There you go. See, I knew you had something in you. I knew you had something.
Always.
What about this? What's the dumbest thing you've ever purchased? You gotta have something stupid.
I don't think so, man.
Something stupid.
I don't know, because I haven't really ever bought anything like.
Doesn't have to be expensive, but it's something you're like, oh, I shouldn't have done that.
God, man, let me think. I'm
I
trying
got
to
you.
think good. I may not have one here. Let me see. Derek, what do you think? I'm trying to think.
What's the dumbest thing?
For him?
Yeah. He's ever spent money on.
Oh, I got you.
Yeah.
College tuition.
That's a good answer.
Yeah,
That's a good answer.
Even though I love, Austin, Texas,
right.
I don't think anybody needs college in today's world.
No.
Definitely not.
No.
So, but it got me to Austin, Texas, which is, again, one of the most important things you can ever do is getting out of your hometown. So that was extremely important.
That's true. But now you basically live on a plane, no?
Yes. Live on a plane all over the world.
How do you decide where to go? Like, what's your actual schedule look like?
Follow the money. Wherever the opportunities are. For example, got the call to come out here and interview a couple billionaires out in Miami. So that's what brought us out here. Next week, I'm going to Saudi Arabia for a week for some really important meetings out there. So again, it just really does depend on wherever the money is, wherever the opportunities are.
And are you just kind of managing your DMs, or you have everything kind of automated right now where you have teams in place?
And we've got great teams. We've been great about delegating, and you have to delegate to elevate.
Yeah.
But I think I still like to oversee that thing. Like, I like to be the one that kind of finds the opportunities to decide I'm going to go interview this person and all that. So I see all of our DMs. I like to oversee all that stuff.
So walk me through the process, because I'm interested. You go out, you film the interview. Then what happens to the file? What happens? You have your boy right here filming. So then walk us through what the next steps of that content.
You want to hear the craziest thing?
Yeah.
And people don't know this. So again, I brought up earlier about how much I'm a fan of delegating,
right?
And especially the MWA activities, which are the minimum wage activities. I have edited every single video I've ever posted on the School of Hard Knocks. 100%. That is, but
that's all you.
But listen, if you go back, and I'll challenge everybody, if you go back through my Instagram and look at the School of Hard Knocks, you can't even tell me the last video I posted that didn't get 1 million views on Instagram. It's because I've got it down to a formula. So, and that's real. Like, I mean that. So if you go to my Instagram, go down the last 100 videos, there's not a single video that hasn't hit.
And you've edited all yourself?
I've edited every single video
on that channel. What do you edit on?
Premiere Pro.
That's
now,
what I used
now,
to.
now we have a content agency, so for all of our clients, we've got that automated and have a bunch of editors for that.
But your videos, you yourself have to touch.
I have to, man, because the problem is I'm so particular and detail oriented about the content that
I hope he likes this edit right now. I don't know. I'm getting nervous.
No, I like your stuff. It'll be good, but Yeah, no, it's I'm super, because to me I look at it this way, it's like it would take me more time to have to walk somebody through what I want in this interview. I'm like, you might as well just put it together. You know,
and how long does it take?
Some videos can take like 1 to 3 hours.
Oh wow.
So
even if it's like just what, a minute long.
Yes, that's the thing, man. I like, cause I'm going through, you want to know what made us so good at content and so successful at social media, is I am a master at getting 10 to 30 minutes worth of content and making the best minute to minute and a half long video that I can possibly make. It's like possible to be created in that. And I think that that's from, again, we take out all the fluff, we establish credibility, we, engage some entertainment in there.
Yeah. There's no fluff here. I'm not gonna have nothing to edit, bro.
Yeah.
So what am I gonna edit out?
Straight up. It's gonna be tough.
You're not giving me any fluff.
No.
It's all sauce.
Absolutely, it's all sauce.
And then the hook. How important is the hook? Retention.
Everything. 70% of people lose their audience in the first 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So to me, everything. Your money's going to be made in the hook. People's attention spans are like seconds now. There's millions of content at people's disposal. If people have never seen you before, right? Stop thinking that people know who the fuck you are. You need to immediately get rid of that thought and be like, how do I get this random person engaged in my content?
How do you, what do you think constitutes for like a strong hook?
Yeah, you gotta evoke some sort of emotion, curiosity, awe, shock among the viewer who's watching your content, right? So that's why, like, I start all my videos by asking people, have you ever been broke before? What was the most amount of money that you made in a single year? Because it's gonna immediately create some sort of curiosity. What did this person do to make that kind of money?
Right.
Damn, this person was broke. What does he do now? He looks like he's got money. He looks wealthy. He's got some more, right? And that's why, like, I'm strategic about a lot of the people that I interview, right? A lot of it's organic. But I'm very selective in that regard.
I like that. And what's your 5-year plan?
5-year plan?
Yeah.
Ooh, this is good. We want to start making a ton of different subpages, kind of doing what like Barstool Sports did, and just start like having like a media ownership. So we've got our channel with 10.5 million followers, but we want to start building out 10, 20 different subpages of like different, content ideas.
Would you no longer be the face then of those channels?
I'll be the face of this channel, the School of Hard Knocks, right? But that's all like we'll have the bandwidth to do. However, for the other ones, we're gonna bring in people, probably put, own the channels, but then we're gonna be paying creators to pretty much like make content for all those channels. Just because again, like media is a long game, and I think that there's a lot of opportunity there.
Do you think you're gonna stay within the finance, like helping people like niche, or expand out?
I think for a lot of the accounts that we're going to be creating, I think the majority of it will probably be finance, business focused. However, maybe we'll get a little bit interesting, but I think everything in the realm of business finance. I think that's our niche that we like. The riches are in the niches.
That's true. That's a good one. And what's something that people don't know about you?
Something people don't know about me, man. Man, I've been to like 23 countries, so I love to travel. Man, I lived in South Korea for 4 years. I lived in South Korea for 4 years, and you want to learn about yourself, you want to learn about the world and other people, going to travel to foreign country will teach you more than any scholastic education. I promise you that.
What's one country that you want to go to next that you haven't been to?
Ooh, great one. I think Greece and Italy. Yeah, I've been throughout Australia, Asia. I've been throughout most of Europe, but I think Greece and Italy are two that I definitely want to go to.
What about because with all this traveling and all this working and managing teams, like how do you avoid burnout, and also how do you maintain like a normal personal life balance? And does work-life balance even exist? How do you as an entrepreneur, because I struggle with that a lot, where like my mind is always on, I'm always thinking about this, like how
I think if you talk to any entrepreneur that loves what they do, they will tell you that work-life balance is bullshit. Just because, I mean, obviously, like your 3 healths are extremely important, right? Physical, mental, spiritual, right? God first, God above everything. But I think that if any one of those 3 things are not in line, then all of them are going to fall apart. If your physical health isn't in line, your mental health is gone. If your spiritual health, your relationship with God isn't in line, then your mental health is going to crumble. So I really, really do think that you need to make sure that obviously that's all focused, right? Business work is extremely important. But I interviewed a gentleman who's one of the top ER surgeons, but he owns like 13 businesses in Houston. So he's a super fascinating guy. And he said that he's met so many multimillionaires that end up having health issues that they would do anything, to have that back, right? Because you got to remember this, that a rich man wants 1,000 things, but a sick man wants only one, and that's their health. So I think work-life balance, I think that to some degree, obviously family is incredibly important. Never go against the family. Family is everything. But I definitely do think that, if you're passionate about what you do, It doesn't matter.
But do you ever like set aside time, like, okay, I'm not going to check my phone, I'm not going to do this?
You have to. You definitely have to, man. There's times where I'll be on like calls all day, or I'm working with content all day. Bro, you just need to go touch some grass. You got to get out of it. Just put the phone down, bro. Go get some food. Go get a workout in, and just don't touch it. It can get a little bit tiring, you know.